Day in a child's pose. So just a set of weights and a set of blocks. You can always place the blocks, although they're a little bit rigid. You can also place a pillow underneath your knees or between your knees, sinking your hips toward your heels, reaching your fingertips out long, and just resting your forehead on the floor, maybe on a block. Maybe rock from side to side. Coming to your breath. Maybe set an intention for class today. Each inhale, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs. On the exhale, let it all go. Deep exhale. Allowing your hips to sink closer towards your heels. Full exhale. On the next one, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs all the way to the top. Hold it once you get there. Sealing your lips, breathing in and out through your nose, allowing you to create a little bit more heat just by using your breath. Be pressing your tongue on the roof of your mouth. One more just like that, expanding your ribs in all three dimensions. Then walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. You're welcome to stay here. You can also walk your left hand towards your left knee and then gently press your left hand in, opening up your left shoulder and pressing your right shoulder, right elbow, and forearm closer towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen, reach your left arm long. Walk your hands through center, over to the right side, maybe slightly off of your mat. You're welcome to keep your right hand just where it's at. If you'd like, you can also bend your elbow, bringing your right hand towards your right knee. Maybe gently pressing into your right hand, allowing your right shoulder to open, pressing your left forearm, elbow, shoulder closer towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Gently reach your right arm long, coming back to the center. Maybe lifting your palms, pressing your finger pads in towards the floor, releasing your shoulders. And then release your palms back down to the floor. Bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch at the crown of your head. You're also welcome to draw your thumbs closer toward the nape of your neck, maybe tapping the nape of your neck, stretching your triceps. Maybe gently walking your elbows closer towards the top of your mat, deepening that stretch wherever you're at. Actively pressing your chest closer towards the floor with each exhale. Release your arms back down the center. Reach your right arm high. Deep inhale, gaze up, look up. Exhale, draw your right arm under and through the left side body, reaching your left arm long. Thread the needle in child's pose. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand to your left hip. And then just allowing your left cheek or ear to come back down towards the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand down. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, sweep your left arm under and through the right side body. Maybe just gently releasing your left cheek or ear towards the floor. You're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to add an additional bind, release your left arm up toward the ceiling and then bind it around towards your right hip. I was like, do that right arm already. Maybe releasing your right cheek or ear back down towards the floor or that block. Inhale, lengthen left arm high. Exhale, draw to meet the right. Gently inhale, rising up, coming into tabletop. Let's do a few cat and cows. Just here in tabletop, tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. On your exhale, round your spine, untuck your toes. Coming through neutral spine, tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Spiral your elbow creases toward your fingertips. Untuck your toes, round your spine. From here, walk your hands up, palm print forward, tuck your toes, lifting your hips, coming to our first downward facing dog. Pressing your finger pads in, maybe lifting your palms up to release some of that tension and pressure from your wrist, allowing your neck to hang nice and loose between your biceps. You can pedal out your heels here, lifting and lowering one at a time. Gentle bend and extend of the knees. Continuing to breathe here. Keeping your gaze towards your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, maybe your navel. Holding here and breathing. A few more breaths here. Inhale, lift both heels up high. Exhale, release both heels down over to the left side of the mat. Feeling that stretch all on the left side body. Inhale, lengthen, lift both heels high. Exhale, lower them over to the right side this time. Feeling that stretch all on the right side body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the heels towards the night. They do not have to touch the floor. Come back to pedaling out those heels. Gently come back to center. From here, we're going to gently just press your heels closer towards the floor. Keeping the legs straight, maybe a micro bend in your knees. Staying in that down dog, just a slow dynamic dog. Gently applying the heels closer towards the floor. They do not have to touch. A few more here. All right, we're going to add some movement here from your down dog. Gently lower your knees towards the floor. Keep them to a hover, so a bend in the knees. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Press it forward into that high plank, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Press it back up to that downward facing dog. Legs remain straight. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, power dog. Keep the arms and hips back. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Press it forward, high plank for 3, 2, and 1. One more time through down dog, power dog, high plank. Press the hips up, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, hover the shins, power dog for 3, 2, and 1. Press it forward, high plank. Option to lower the knees at any point in time for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here in your high plank. We're going to lift the hips up, hike the hips, reach your right hand towards your left foot, come back down to that high plank, alternating, piking the hips up into that down dog position, reaching your opposite hand towards your opposite ankle, knee, hip, reach for whatever you can. Keep it going, moving here with your breath. Inhale as you lengthen into that high plank, exhale as you pike the hips up into that single arm down dog, if you will. Keep it going. Core is engaged, squeeze your quads. All right, one more time on each side, wherever you're at. Gently come back to that high plank, press up to that down dog. Catch your breath. Pedal out the heels. We're going to start with this left leg here. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Always an option to lower that right knee or keep it lifted. Maybe circle out your left ankle. Square out your hips, kick your left leg straight back. Round your spine, draw your knee towards your nose, step your left foot in between your palms. Always an option to also lower your right knee at any point in time. From here, you can always place your hands on the blocks. We're going to step that right foot in. Just step it in, whether you have that foot lifted, that knee lifted or down. Step it to meet the left, and then step it back. So your left foot is grounded. Step it forward and back. Low lunge or high lunge, step it forward and back. Hands can be on the floor, hands can be on blocks, on your hips. Keep it going. 3 more. 2 more. All right, gently bring that right foot in line with your left. From here, we're just gonna lightly straighten and bend the knees. Keep your gaze down towards your toes. On the next one, hold a deep bend in your knees. Reach your hands towards your toes. You can also keep them on the blocks. Forward fold. Rise up halfway, hands to shins or blocks, half lift. On your exhale, fold forward, keeping a bend in those knees. You can pedal out the heels, bending and extending one at a time. If that feels good to you. All right, from here, place your hands back on those blocks. We're gonna work that right leg. We're gonna lift that right leg and lower, L step. Bring it down, lift and lower, slow and controlled. Now that right leg can be straight. You can have a soft bend in that knee. You can lean forward, placing your hands on the floor or on blocks. Keep a micro bend at minimum on that left standing leg. Avoid locking out that standing leg. Lift and lower, squeeze the base of your right glute. That's it, few more here. Lift and lower. Keep it going. Continue to breathe. 3 more. 2 more, then we're gonna hold that right leg high. All right, 1 more, keeping those hips nice and square. Hold that right leg high, pulse it. Tiny pulses, try to flex your right foot. Again, you can keep a bend in that right leg, or you can hold it straight. Keep it going, little pulses. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently step that right foot to meet the left. Go ahead and bend into the knees, forward fold. Half lift, hands to blocks, shins, thighs. Back is flat. Come back to that forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows. You can sway side to side. Keep a deep bend in both of those knees, if that's comfortable. Gently come back to center. Release your right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm up. Forward fold with a twist. Release your left hand back down on the floor. Extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. Forward fold. Twist on the opposite side. Gently come back to center. Holding here and breathing. And that forward fold. All right, placing your hands on blocks, on the floor. We're gonna step that right foot back, step your left foot back, coming back to that high plank. Optional, lower the knees at any point in time. Elbows tucked in, slow lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down, untuck your toes. Press that mini cobra. Keep your neck in neutral spine. Gaze remains down or in front. Press up, mini cobra. Gently release down. Walk your hands toward your lowest rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Gaze is forward. option to come through tabletop or roll onto the top of your toes, pressing your hips up into downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels. Coming back to where we started. We're going to do the same thing with the right leg. Hold here for one more breath. Coming back to center. Lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Maybe circle out your right ankle. Maybe wiggling your toes. Sprout the hips, keep the right leg straight back. Round your spine, draw your knee in towards your nose. Step your foot in between your palms. Option to bring your hands to blocks, hold them on the floor, hips, or hands in heart center. We're going to tap that left foot to meet the right. Step it back. Keep a bend in both the knees the entire time. Step it back and forward. Now you can draw that left knee down to begin. A little more work to lift the hips up if that that left knee is starting down. Or you can hover just like a reverse lunge. Step it back, step it forward. Keep it going. A few more breaths here. Warming up that lower body. You've got it. Step it back and forward. Very nice. Gentle step back and forward. All right, two more. One more. Step that left foot to meet the right. From here, keeping your hands on the floor, on blocks, on your hips, we're going to extend that left leg up and back, just like an L step, and keep it down. Keep a micro bend, and that standing right knee, avoid locking out that knee. Avoid allowing your left hip to open up, just like a half moon. You want to keep those hips nice and square. The focus here is on the base of your left glute as you lift and lower that left leg. That left knee can be bent or straight. Lift and lower. As you lift that left leg, try squeezing your glute. That's it. Very nice, great focus. Always option to lower that right knee at any time. Coming into a tripod. Lift and lower. 3 more. That's 2. All right, on that, so we're gonna hold that left leg lifted. Here we go, hold it lifted. Pulse and pulse. Try to flex your left toes. As if someone is pulling that left leg straight back behind you, keeping your hips nice and square. You've got it. Lift and lift. Tiny lifts here. Very nice way to stay with it, Mindy. Keep it going. Pulse and pulse. That's 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set your left foot to meet the right. Pedal out to your knees. We're going to find a chair position next. Gently pedaling out the heels. All right, if you want, you can place a block between your thighs. Add a little bit more resistance to squeeze. You can also use a pillow or just squeeze your thighs together. Grabbing one light weight in each hand. Have a bend in both of the knees, gently lifting your hips nice and high. You can sink your hips as low as you'd like or keep them as high as you'd like. Try to sit back in that chair. Reach your arms forward. From here, sweep your right arm back and forward. Just the right arm, sweep it back and forward. Gentle rotations here. Opening up that right shoulder, left arm stays still. Now you can keep your gaze forward, just where your left fingertips are pointing, or if you want to challenge your balance, you can draw your gaze back with your right arm. 3 more. Reach back and forward.
Nothing with the lower body is moving. All right, one more. Then we're gonna switch to the left side. All right, right arm stays still, sweep your left arm back. Keep it going. Try to keep that right arm completely still. You can keep your gaze forward or drop back with your left arm. Trying to keep that left arm close in towards your body. Very nice. Great focus. Nice controlled movements. Beautiful. Keep it going. Drop back and forward. 5 more here on the left side. Make sure you're breathing. That's 4. All right, 3 more. We're gonna add some pulses with the lower body after 2 more. 1 more on the left side. Very nice. Both arms forward, just pulse and pulse. Tiny bend in both the knees. Little pulses, very nice. Seeing how that feels with your knees. Continue to squeeze the block. How are you doing, Mindy? Good? Keep it going, little tiny pulses. All right, from here, hold the hips low. Sweep both arms back and forward. Sweep them back. Lots of upper body work here, and we're secretly getting that lower body by holding in that chair. I saw a meme once where it was like, you never know what someone's going through. You don't know how long they held a chair pose for, and that really resonated with me. Case in point, this particular exercise, forwards and backwards. 3 more. All right, on the next one, we're gonna hold those arms back, palms facing in, lift and pulse, lift and pulse. So as you bend deeper into the knee, lifting those hips a little bit lower, we're lifting those arms a little bit higher. Keep it going for 10. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't set them down. Hold them lifted. Bring the palms facing up. Pulse and pulse. Just the knees. Hold the arms where they're at. We're going to add the arms in just 3, 2, bend the knees. Pulse the arms for 10. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the arms back in towards your body. From here, give me a narrow row and then a reverse fly. Holding it with those knees bent, narrow row, release, bring it up to that fly. You've got it. Row and fly. 3 more of each. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades together as you draw those arms up and back, keeping to bend the elbows. Last one. All right, gently rise up. So from here, set that block off to the side. We're gonna find a tree. You can always keep both feet planted. Maybe just gently drawing your right foot to the inside of your left heel. You can also keep that right foot flat, just like you're staggering. Right foot is out at an angle. The goal here is to open up that right hip. So it's not about how high you can get that leg. A lot of people try to bring their leg all the way up here, but their knee is coming, ooh, that even hurts, more forwards. The goal here is to really open up that hip. So it doesn't matter how high that right foot is. You want to try to get that right knee directly out from your hip as much as you can. So regardless of where that foot is. So finding the tree that works for you, palms facing up, just some bicep curls here. Holding in that tree is a little bit of core work here for some balance. Staying up nice and tall. You can have a micro bend in that left knee or keep it straight. Palms facing up. Keep it going. That's it. Gentle bend and extend. Full bend, full extend. Very nice. All right, we're gonna add on here and we're gonna make it an Arnold press. 2 more here, just the bicep curls. All right, full bicep curl, hands to shoulders. Press it up, palms facing out overhead. Bring the palms in and extend. Bring it in, lift it up, down, and release. Adding a little bit more movement, making that balance challenging. Engage your abs, drawing your navel in towards your spine and up to the crown of your head. Ground through the sole of your left foot. Any part of your right foot that's also grounded. Staying nice and tall through the crown of your head. 3 more. 2 more. Continue to breathe here. All right, gently release it down. Maybe wiggle out the right toes, reverse the direction. All right, right leg is your base. Same options here. You can just turn the left toes outward. You can bring your foot in towards your heel, your ankle, or your thigh, avoiding that knee area. So same thing, you want that left knee to be turned out. So if you have your leg way up high, even if it's forward, keep it a little bit lower. Just be mindful, you want to open up that left hip here. Palms are facing in. We have a hammer curl and extend. Curl it in and extend. Staying up nice and tall. You can keep a soft bend in that right knee. Very nice, beautiful tree. The puppy wants to do yoga too. Just a nice gentle curl and extend. Thumbs towards the same shoulder. We're going to add on here and add on to do an overhead press, keeping the palms facing in. Just a few more here with just the curls. Full extend, full bend. 2 more. All right, 1 more, then we're going to add on. All right, bend the elbows, lift it up. Bring it down, release. Bend the elbows, extend overhead, draw the elbows down, thumbs towards the same shoulder, and extend. Keep it going. The goal here is to not move anything with your body, just your arms are moving. So engage those abs, squeeze those glutes. Keep it going. 2 more. Last one. Very nice. Release that left foot, maybe wiggle it out. Switch directions. Draw your feet hip width apart and parallel. We're gonna have a bend in the elbows, palms facing up. Just a bent fly, lift and lower. A few more here, then we're gonna come onto our back for some core and some glute work. Keep it going, just a lift and a lower. 5. Last 4, keep the shoulders relaxed down from your ears. 3. 2 more. Last 1. Very nice. Gently come onto the floor, grabbing a block, grabbing your weights from here. Allow your knees to bend over your hips. Grab one block, place the block between your thighs. So from here, you can lower your feet to the floor, still keeping your knees bent, or you can keep your shins hovering just parallel to the floor. We're going to allow the knees to fall over to the right. You can cactus the arms or keep them down by your hips. Come back to center just to the right side. Allow the knees to tip over to the right. This is a lot of core work right here. Just a gentle swivel. So if your feet are on the floor, just rocking to that outer knife edge of your right foot, allowing your knees to come down. They do not have to touch the floor, whether your feet are lifted or grounded. 2 more. 1 more.
You can also keep your legs straight if you've got the space. Come back through center. This time allow the knees to fall over to the left. Whether they're hovering or your feet are on the floor, arms can be by your side, palms facing down. You can also draw your elbows out to the side and bend your elbows like a cactus. The goal here is to try to keep both shoulders in towards the floor. It's a core rotation, continuing to squeeze that block. You can also use a pillow between your knees if that feels more comfortable. 2 more. More. Gently come back to center, keeping that block between your knees. Draw your elbows wide. Lift your feet. They're previously on the floor. From here, we're just going to extend the legs to a hover. Draw the knees in. Now, as you extend the legs, you can have any amount of bend in the knees, or you can extend them straight. You can also tap the feet down and lift. To make it more challenging, lift your shoulders up off the floor. You can also lower your shoulders and your neck flat on the floor and just gaze up towards the ceiling. Legs gently draw away from the crown of your head and back in. You can extend them out long, squeezing that block. You're welcome to keep the knees bent if that feels more comfortable, maybe gently tapping the toes or the heels as you continue to squeeze that block. This is a great target for those lower abs. Ensure that your lower back is pressing into the floor. If you notice that your lower back is lifting up, if your belly button is doming outwards, or if you feel any pain or discomfort, don't lower your legs close to the floor. Maybe keep a deeper bend in your knees throughout the entire process. Keep it going. Wherever you're at, give me 3 more. Reach, draw it in. Gently reach, draw it in. All right, on the next one, we're gonna hold legs extended, whether they're long, straight, bent, toes or heels towards the floor. Elbows remain wide. We're gonna lift the legs up and then lower down, a little more core work. So again, your legs can be straight with a micro bend in your knees. You can also keep the knees bent, just drawing them up, knees in towards the chest, lower down, lift, and lower. Continue to squeeze that block. Three more here. We're going to fire up those upper abs here in just a moment. Give me 1 more wherever you're at. All right, gently plant the feet down. Continue to squeeze that block. You can have as deep or as little a bend in your knees. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then lift your shoulders. From here, reach the right arm up high, release the right shoulder. Lift the left arm high, lifting the shoulder, release the left shoulder. So you're as if you're pulling a rope from the ceiling. This is to target those upper abs. Lift and lower. You can also extend your legs out long. Keep it going. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Your lower back stays zipped to that floor. At no point in time does your lower back lift up off the floor. Just your shoulder, maybe your middle back, depending on how high you're reaching. Reach for that imaginary rope and switch sides, slow and controlled. Keep it going. Reaching for that imaginary rope. Continue to squeeze your thighs. Squeeze that block. Don't forget about that block, even if it's imaginary. Squeeze the thighs together. Reach and pull. All right, give me 3 more on each side. Reach and pull. That's it, 2 more. You've got it. 1 more on each side.
All right, gently release down. Grab those weights, still keeping that block between your thighs. Tuck your chin to your chest, hover your shoulders, reach your fingertips towards your hips, your knees, your ankles, and then reach side to side. So you're just shifting from one side to the next. We did lower abs. We did upper abs. Now we are doing those obliques. Keep it going. Reach and reach. Tucking your chin in towards your chest. Pretend you have that clementine underneath your chin. Keep it going. Reach and reach side to side. A few more here. That's it. 3 more on each side. That's 2. All right, 1 more. Gently release the weights down. Lower your shoulders, release that block. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite direction. This time, creating a tiny arch in your lower back. Feel that stretch all over. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest. You can keep the legs slightly bent, drawing the backside of your thighs, or you can grab your shins, bending deeper, drawing your heels closer towards your glutes. From here, maybe roll side to side. Gently release your shoulders down to the floor. Coming up to a seated position any way you'd like, or rocking and rolling yourself a few times along your spine. When you get there, go ahead and come up to a seat. Extend your right leg long, drawing the sole of your left foot in towards your right leg. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Side bend over to the right, feeling that stretch all on the left side. You can always keep that left leg slightly open, or tuck that left foot in towards your right thigh. Hold it here for 1 more breath. Gently release your left hand behind your hip. Press your hips up ever so slightly, maybe a little bit more, opening up those hips. Gently lower the hips back down. Keeping the right leg long, sweep both arms up high overhead. Rotate looking over your right leg and then fold forward. You can use blocks here, placing your hands on either side of that foot. You can grab your thigh, you can grab your calf, your foot. Avoid grabbing your right knee. To deepen the stretch, maybe gently rotate your left shoulder, left elbow closer towards the floor. You can bend your elbows down towards the floor or out towards the side, whichever feels more comfortable for you and your body today. Hold it for the exhale. Slowly allow yourself to roll on up. Switching sides, extend your left leg long, drawing the sole of your right foot in towards your left thigh or keeping it out at any angle. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Side bend over to the left, trying to keep your right shoulder stacked over the left. Maybe gently gazing out underneath your right shoulder. Then that stretch all along the right side body. Gently inhale, rise up. Release your right hand behind your hip. Gently press your hips forward. Lifting as high or staying as low as you'd like. Slowly release your hips back down. Sweep both arms up high. Gently rotate over your left leg. Fold forward, grabbing your left thigh, your calf, your foot. Avoiding your ankle.
or your knee. You can place your hands on blocks framing your left foot. You're welcome to bend your elbows down towards the floor, maybe out towards the side. To deepen this stretch, maybe gently rotate your right shoulder closer towards the midline, closer towards that floor. Gently rise up. From here, draw the soles of your feet together. You can keep your heels in as close or draw the feet as far away as you'd like. Maybe rocking your sit bones side to side. Sweep both arms up high overhead. Bring hands to heart center. Gently fold forward. Bring your elbows towards your knees. Maybe gently folding a little bit deeper. Also come into a deeper stretch by extending your feet further away from your hips. Reach your hands underneath your calves is option 1. Option 2 is to place your palms on the top shoelace portion of each foot. And then inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you fold forward. Bringing the crown of your head, your nose, or your chin towards your heel, your arch, maybe the ball or big foot of each foot. And here for one more breath. Exhale, gently roll up slowly. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Gently look over your left shoulder. Twist. Inhale, rise up back through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee or thigh. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, hands through heart. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.